I used to love watching videos of Super Mario 64 comedy mods, and I got attached to them. I got so attached to Mario and his friends in these comedic videos from channels like SMG4, that I formed a parasocial relationship with them. I thought that Mario was real and that his friends were part of my social circle. And then I moved on to more adult shows. I watched Breaking Bad. I saw Walter White, after he got diagnosed with cancer on his 50th birthday, transform into a badass criminal and living out the life he always wanted. He was suppressed in a way that was similar to the way autistic people feel suppressed sometimes in school. My social skills were behind those of the others in my class because of my Asperger's syndrome. My social skills developed late. So I felt suppressed in a way similar to the way Walter felt suppressed, because he was earning such little money for his intelligence and expertise. For a man of his skill set, he could be doing so much more. He wished for more, and that's exactly how I felt as a child. So when watching Breaking Bad as a 19-year-old, I seriously related to his struggles. No matter what criminal activity he did, in fact, he fought other criminals, so you could say that he joined the game of death and wasn't hurting any civilians, although it's a complicated web of how he affected the lives of those he knew, including the innocent. And I was just thinking, wow, I so want to be him. And Walter White is probably one of the people I relate to the most in fiction, because in the show, he's living in the real world and having real world struggles like living paycheck to paycheck, having cancer and not being able to support his family in the future. That's a very real struggle that a lot of people face. And even though it's not my struggle, I've had my problems too. So I want to confide in someone to realize that I'm not alone in struggling. That is the power of parasocial relationships. You ever heard of main character syndrome? Yep. I think that's also related to parasocial relationships. You know, when someone watches a show, they watch Attack on Titan and think they're Eren Yeager. They can save the world. Usually, when you see people acting like the main character on TikTok, it's an act, okay? But the phenomenon known as main character syndrome remains. It's like, oh, how do I go about my life thinking I'm this character I love? I want to be him so bad. It's something that someone like me with autism really aspires to be. Say, I want to be Saul Goodman for the day, and you go out and scheme a lot of people, just for fun. Because that's what makes life exciting. You live it through other characters, and that's one of the reasons behind people developing main character syndrome. And how can you manage these parasocial relationships in your life, or manifest them into your own? Well, obviously, you can't be real friends with Walter White or Eren Yeager. It's just not going to happen. So, you have to be realistic. Think, I have autism, and I really want to be friends with these fictional characters. How do I go about it? And one of the ways that you can go about this is by adopting the philosophies of the characters that you love. Say, Walter White, he wants to build a massive business. Although illegal, he still wants to earn a lot of money. He has his mindset on one thing and one thing only. And eventually that is becoming the top dog in his business. And also having a lot of money to complement it. Think of your goal. What do you want to be? Do you also want to be the best in your field? I'm sure you do. It's like any boy's dream, being the champion, being the best at something. It's something that a lot of us lose as we go into teenagehood, as the realities of the education system and the job world sink in. But you shouldn't lose that childlike aspiration in your life. You should continue to use it. It's like releasing your inner child in your work. It's very good for your mental health and sense of accomplishment. Think far into the future. When you're on your deathbed, what would be your life's biggest regrets? And they would include something along the lines of not trying your passions. And those regrets are the last thing you ever want to manifest. So, without the guidance of someone in real life helping you to achieve your goals, you turn to these fictional characters who you have a parasocial relationship with. You look up to them and you want to be like them. It won't necessarily be in the same way, but They help you to learn and develop. This is why protagonists are so popular, especially across the world, these shonen anime protagonists. Because what they do is they have a mission. They're usually a teenage boy, and they want to find the world's treasure or save the world from being attacked by the outside forces. And so they do something great to get there. You have to adopt something related to their greatness in your own work to give you your dream life. And way too many people are not living their dream lives, so instead they live their dream life through the fictional characters, and then they're able to live out their fantasies, just not in real life. So ultimately, that's why people have parasocial relationships. They're just trying to manifest their dreams, and they do it through other people. But you want to try and do that in your own life. And I believe it can be healthy to have parasocial relationships to a slight degree, but not too much. If you take it too far, you'll become one of those obsessed fans, like a Taylor Swift stan. You don't want to be in that kind of parasocial relationship, the kind where you would go and stalk a celebrity or something. No, that's not healthy. What you really want to do is take inspiration from the main characters, let's say, that you have parasocial relationships with, and incorporate them into your own life to make your own life greater. If you relate to what I'm saying, please do leave a comment below about your experience. And I have a new announcement. I now have a webpage below where I'm offering a pre-sale of my autism consultancy. Please check out the video below to see what it's all about. Thank you very much for listening. Take care and see you in the next video.